Headline news for Friday, October 21st, from Westfair Communications, publishers of the Westchester and Fairfield County Business Journals and westfaironline.com. I'm Phil Hall. The British government is in a state of turbulence as Prime Minister Liz Truss announced she would resign, only 6 weeks after taking office. Truss saw her political fortunes collapse with a failed attempt to push through an ambitious tax cut plan that was withdrawn following a negative reaction by the financial markets. The Conservative Party, of which Truss is the leader, will choose a replacement to take over the office of Prime Minister, with a new leader expected to be named by Friday of next week. Truss replaced Boris Johnson less than 2 months ago and has become the shortest-serving Prime Minister in British history. Existing home sales were down by 1.5% from August to September, according to new data from the National Association of Realtors. Last month's 4.71 million transactions were also 23.8% lower than the 6.18 million recorded in September 2021. While sales were down, prices were up. Last month, the median existing home price was $384,000, an 8.4% jump from the $355,000 in September 2021. Former Vice President Mike Pence is sidestepping attempts to determine whether he would support Donald Trump if the former president sought the White House again in 2024. Speaking at an event in Georgetown University, Pence said, quote, "Well, there might be somebody else I'd prefer more." Pence added he is currently focused on the midterm elections and would not consider the 2024 race until after this year's elections are over. Trump has yet to announce whether he would run for another term. Political protests in the African nation of Chad turned deadly as security forces opened fire on activists demanding the nation's return to democratic rule. According to press reports from Chad's capital of N'Djamena, at least 50 people are dead and dozens were injured during the clash between activists and security forces. Prime Minister Saleh Kebzabo claimed security forces were acting in self-defense and called the protests an armed popular uprising to seize power by force. Kebzabo added the demonstrators had firearms and he considered them to be rebels. And in entertainment news, the Criterion Collection, an entertainment label specializing in classic, independent, and international films, has laid off approximately 20% of its workforce. According to an IndieWire report, 16 employees from the workforce of over 80 were let go. Criterion Collection President Peter Becker stated, quote, "We had to part ways with a number of staffers across several departments as part of a reorganization intended to prepare the company for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead." The company offers a diverse selection of films on DVD and Blu-ray and operates a Criterion Collection streaming service. And that's it for Headline News. Peter Katz will be back on Monday. This is Phil Hall, wishing you the very best for the weekend.